So if you own a 2500 GM truck and your inner fender liner is constantly doing this, I'm going to show you a fix. Here's the aftermath. I told you I was rubbing. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I just recently put some new fuel twitch wheels on my truck. These have a negative offset, which is different than the factory ones, which allows me to have better stance. The downfall is it also allows those tires to rub the mud flaps that's on that truck. So today's show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove those. I picked up this Rough Country Mudflap delete kit, and we're going to put them on my Silverado 2500 HD High Country right now. Let's get started. So I'm interrupting this because after the install, guess what's still rubbing? That's right. Stay tuned because after the install, I'm going to show you something else you need to be doing. All right, so there's the box. There's the box open. There's your open box. I do like how each piece here, if you look at it, calls for which area. So for example, if you look at this closely, hopefully it comes out in camera. That number right there, which I see it on camera, is listed here as the passenger front cap. So each one has a number on it. Obviously, here is all your pieces, and I'm so proud of my Blackstone. It now has more than one use. First thing we're going to do is I've got my I don't know, lazy man's drill and we're going to go through with a T15 and remove the old stuff. I'm going to try to do it with my tire still on it. I do want to show you while I'm at it how it's kind of rubbing in that felt. Hopefully that comes out in camera. You can see like the frays coming through. It's hitting there. It's already bent that, if you see, flopping that mud flap around. And you can even, if you look in there closely, hopefully it comes out in camera. There are tire marks on that mud flap where it's hit that as well. So let's get started removing. All right, that one's off. Now let's do the back side. All right, so I got this little, it'll take a little bit longer, but what takes longer is removing the tire and doing this, or just doing this. So this is the route I'm going to go. Before I get the back one off, I almost forgot, I want to show you kind of what it looks like here. And looks like there. I think you'll like to look better without these things. There's just one on the back side. The back side is now stripped. And obviously if you leave it this way you could, but that just doesn't look finished. So that's the reason why you buy the kit. But we're going to complete this on the other side as well. And now let's get started on the front. Here's the bracket. This bracket here is held on. It looks like two 10 millimeters. So it is a 10 millimeter. That's it, just those two. So for this mud flap, there's one right here. Again, right there's the mirror, I'm down below. One right here, and then one inside here. I'm going to remove those. gotta get that one right there somehow. I'm gonna turn my wheel the other way, see if I can get that way. Alright, so we have here is part number 94034014, and I'm going to show you how it goes on this truck right now. So it's going to go like this. See the little wedge there? Look at that. Looks perfect. Once I get some bolts in it, it's going to look great. What I'm going to do is take this off, clean some dirt out of it first, and then put the screws back in it. Alright, there's one more underneath, right back here. So I'm going to tighten that up too. Side's very similar. You just basically notch it in. Alright, that one actually just stays in place, so I'm just going to clamp it down. This one's showing me a gap in the back. I'm going to take it off, put it back on, see if I can't. Maybe it's getting bowed somehow. That one fit perfectly. I'm going to screw that one in real quick. Now, according to their directions, you've got to cut back. It says take a pin, go 1/18 inch from the bottom and 2 1/4 from the back. See photo 6, which looks kind of like that. As you can tell, I can't see what I'm looking at. And cut it. But the whole process, the whole ideal things, is to simply make this part fit like this. Okay, and if you don't notice, this here needs to come off. That's going to mount here, but it needs to go like so. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just use any tool you want. I'm using my Dremel. I'm going to just try to cut back here and go over. That's my plan.
Don't do it to me. I beg you. No.
I brought that out, and that's the end project. This truck on here, the boss, I call it, it's been cut on plenty of times. It's just fine. What I'm going to do now is, if you can see, the edges are a little bit tough. I'm going to go ahead and sand those down, and then I'll show you what it looks like popped on. I just did the old Rust-Oleum on it. It's going to go, should fit like. We get the screws out and we'll put it in place. All right. Let's work on the front side there. All right, so I pulled this down already. We got that bracket out. All right, this is what we're dealing with. So what I want to do is push this back in here. I think if I can get that like right there, it's not gonna rub. Alright, you tell me how that looks. I'm gonna go ahead and fold it down, and I think we're gonna be good. So just put this screw in. You can see it's a mount. I'm gonna paint where I drill that in at, and push that back. Take one of the screws, put it in there, we'll be done on this side. Just like that, and I'm done. So I screwed it, and we shouldn't rub. We'll have to test it out. But, we're doing the same thing on the other side. This side's done. I'll show you the clear project. Here's the aftermath. I told you I was rubbing. Alright guys, like I told you earlier in the video, so I took the truck out yesterday, excited to finally not rub and all those things, and guess what happened? Yep. Not only did it rub, but the rub got louder, believe it or not. And I'm going to show you exactly where it's rubbing at and what I'm going to do to fix it. So, this metal piece right here, that's what I hear, is that noise right there. And I'm going to look to see what that is, to see what I got to do with it. If I got to cut it off, hit it with a hammer, or what I got to do. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm not sure if you heard that or not, but like I said, it's definitely louder. Let me get my creeper out, let's get fixed. This is the metal piece, okay? And as I look underneath here, put my finger underneath it, the only purpose for this thing is to hold this in place, which if you can't notice, the liner's now stuffed back behind it. So I'm gonna have to cut the felt, and what I'm thinking is maybe do a clean cut right along here. And I may leave the felt alone because once I tuck it back, I might want to screw the felt down here. So I'm going to get my sander out. But if I could take this back, this should eliminate the rubbing, I believe. So. Alright, now I'm going to paint. Alright, so I came up with my math based on this piece and those bolts that we took out of the truck. I'm confident, based on GM's pricing of this truck here, that's at least $600 with parts. So anyway, I want to show you what I did. I should be done with the driver's side. I'm going to do it on the left side, the passenger side I should say, and then if it works right, I'm going to let you know. See that there? And then here's what it looks like on the inside, and then that's the finished product underneath. Standing from here, it looks factory. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Then I'm going to drive down my driveway. If it gets the same noise, I don't know what I'm going to do next. But let's see. Let's hope. Here I am on the dash, cranked all the way. No noise. So we're going to go ahead and pull forward. All right, man, it's hot out. I'm looking at my dash. It says 97. So sure it's not that outside, but it's definitely showing up on my dash that hot. Anyway, pulling out of the driveway, it was a success because I didn't get any noise. But I'm going to pull up in the driveway. Let's see if it's the same situation. Let's hope it is. And then we're going to crank it all the way and we're going to back in. Cranked all the way. Getting nothing. Alright guys, it's been like 2 weeks with no rubbing on my truck. I want to make sure this is perfect before I even post this video. So real quick, I want to show you what it looked like. You know, my truck needs cleaned up a little bit. It's been raining the last couple days. I wish it would have cooled it down, but it's still like 97 degrees. But here's what the inside looks like after the hacksaw there in the middle. The only thing here is you see like a little bit of a wire here, but I think it looks pretty clean, especially here. Most people wouldn't even notice it. That looks good. You know, back here, good shape as well. Obviously didn't do anything to that side there. Let me take you to the other side. Show you this. Now this side, when I did it, I kind of did both sides a little bit differently, and I'm kind of having some regrets here. I actually pulled this. I cut this a little too short here, and so that's caused me a little bit of issue. So I am going to take this and try to pull it back that way, because you can't see I'm still a little bit of rubbing here. I just don't hear it. So just don't cut too much felt off. That'd be my recommendation. But again, that looks good there. Down here, perfect fit. This one's just a small gap down there. Again, this is the Rough Country. Pick these up from American Trucks. I'll drop a link down for everything down below. But gang, if this was helpful, please hit the like button. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, I got another one up here for you to watch. Y'all have an awesome day. Take care.